Last time we spoke about this HTML form and how this HTML form needs some inputs where you type in the data that you would submit to the server. This could be such as the name, the last names, and the email, and all that cool stuff. Now, I want to talk more about this input tag. This input actually can take a lot of different types. You could say, for instance, um, you could say, let me go to the bottom right here, just to separate this with the tab section because it's just an explanation that I need to give you. You could say something like input, and then the type could be button. Well, if you have input type button, let's go to the browser and refresh, see what we have. We have this button right here. You can see this, it is empty because it has nothing inside. Well, the input can take a value, and I can say this is the like button, for instance. Let's see what happens. Yeah, this could be the like button, or so now this type also could be input type checkbox. Let's see what this gives us. Well, it is like this right now. It's kind of like a button, but when I refresh, well, it turns into a checkbox. So I can check it, I can uncheck it. It becomes a checkbox. Or this could be input type, could be color, and then this would turn into a color selector. And as you can see, we have a color selector right here, the RGB color selector. And then, or this could be input type date. There's so many different types you can give this input tag. If it's date, well, we have a calendar right here. We have a calendar. And then you could say input type email, for instance. Let me try input type email, see what we have. Well, so if this is input type email, I guess it gives you a place where you can type in email. And if your value is not an email, then it would be validated as false because it's not an email. If I put some data right here that's not an email, when I try to submit this to the server, then I would get an error. But this has to take an email. Okay, let me see. Input type file, which is one of my favorite. For instance, you have to, if you are creating or you're developing an app where people would be uploading images and videos, well, this input, the type for your input would be the file. And let's see what this gives us. Well, we have a place where we can choose a file. You click on that button, the file, you click to the button, and the window for the files opens. Well, that is the file type. And then you could say type hidden. This would make this disappear. You won't be able to see it. So it would exist somewhere, but you won't be able to see it. Yeah, it is right here, but we can't see because it's hidden. Type number. We also have type number. Well, this would be an input where you would type in your numbers. So it would be the type number. Well, when would you use this? Suppose if you need to get the phone number for a user, then you don't want him to type anything that is other than numbers. And you would give this input tag the number type. There's a lot of types you could give this one. You could say type password, and anything that you would type inside your box or input box would be turned into a password. It will be hidden and turned into a password. And you could have another input to radio. Let's see what radio does. Well, a radio button. Okay. Or we could have type range. This would give us the range selector, and you can see input type range. Oh yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of types, and if you wish to use any of this, you can just go online and check them out for yourself. So there's a lot of them, and I know I can't cover them all. That would be making this video long, but you can see that we have different types that we could give to this input tag in HTML.